Cutie. Chit chat with Cutie. Chit chat, chit chat, chit chat with Cutie. Chit chat with Cutie. Chit chat with Cutie. Chit chat, chit chat, chit chat with Cutie. Chit chat with Cutie. Chit chat with Cutie. Chit chat, chit chat, chit chat with Cutie. Chat with Cutie. Chit chat with Cutie. Chit chat, chit chat, chit chat with Cutie. Chit chat with Cutie. Chit chat with Cutie. Chit chat, chit chat. Chit chat with Cutie. Hey, cuties! Happy Monday. Happy holiday week as well. Let me just test my. Okay, I hear myself. I was going to ask you guys to let me know if you can hear me, but I can hear myself on my phone. Thank you guys so much for joining me for this live recap of Love in Mirror Huntsville. I wanted to do it yesterday, but I let loose lounge child had me just toe up, tied, all of the above. Hey, Prince of Peace. How are you? Hello, hello, hello to each and every one of you. Shout out to the Cutie Crew. Cutie Crew, let's do a late night live. Maybe tonight. You guys look out on the community wall. I told you guys I want to try to do our little thing more than once a week, but our members only will be Thursday. But you know, we're gonna do some pop-ins. Hey, Relly. Hello, hello. Hey, Aunt Debbie. Hey, sis. Hey, Terry T baby. Hey, Linda Gamble. Hey, little sis trending. Ooh, child. I struggle trying to get that out. Hey, little sis. Shout out to you guys. This is a power hour. So I'm gonna go ahead and get through this episode. It was the Stormy show. Okay. It was the Stormy show. If you guys have not hit the like button, please go ahead, hit the like button for me. Shout out to the cuties watching from the bushes. I saw Concrete. Hey, Concrete. I saw somebody else that said they watching from the bushes. Shout out to the Cutie Bush Gang Yang. Shout out to the Replay Gang Yang. Thank you guys so much. Make sure to hit the like, even if you listening from the bushes. Shout out to, is it Trey Lane? Trey Lane Bell. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Cutie Crew. Thank you so much for joining me. Buckle up. I will warn you, especially Saturday nights, child. I'm just going to warn you in advance about that Let Loose Lounge. Shout out to Aunt Debbie, baby. That's all I got to say. You would have had to have been there to hear the let loose of it all from Aunt Debbie this past, from all of the ladies, excuse me, everybody that hit the panel. But you guys know when Aunt Debbie is fed up, baby, she gonna let loose. So excellent, excellent Let Loose Lounge on Saturday. We had a good time as always. But let's go ahead and get into, and thank you again, Trey Ling, for joining the Cutie Crew. Let's go ahead and get into this live recap. I want to get this done because if so, I'll be able to see more of your comments and all of that. Mods, do what you do. I think we on subscribers only, but my little block list is climbing. I'm up to 16 people now. I was in the hundreds. I removed everybody but about at one point 13. Now it's 16. But mods, you guys know what to do. Hopefully, people let us do us over here. But let me go ahead. I took the lazy route and I just put everybody on one collage. That's it. That's all. But this episode, season 8, episode 9, Beyond Scared Stormy. It started off with Stormy. Stormy was crying. She was scared. She was preparing to turn herself in to Jaya. And she was there with her teen child, getting makeup and all of that. She said if she's going to have a mug shot, then she wanted it to be cute. So they was getting the wig together and the makeup together and all of the above. But Stormy said that she can't believe that she was antagonized to this point. And she's the one that has a warrant. Um, I already told you guys my thoughts about that yesterday. I think Stormy took care of this beforehand. I really do. It just didn't seem realistic as far as the whole turning herself in and coming out and all of that. You know. So I just think that part was made up for me. Not saying what she went through was made up, but everybody else got a mugshot, child. I can just go ahead and go through everybody thus far. Child, they all up and down over here. We ain't see nothing when it comes to Stormy. And because of that, I just don't think that, it happened in the way that they are trying to portray it on the show. It is what it is. But let me say this. I love Courtney's mother and her support and reassurance in the scene to Stormy. Look, Courtney's mom reminds me of Miss Van. I'm just going to say that. Reminds me of Miss Van. She seems to have a sweet spirit, and I've seen more care for Stormy from Courtney's mama than I have from Stormy's own mom. That's just me. It seems like, they have a good relationship. Naturally, Courtney's mama didn't tell her that's what you get. None of that. And I just like her spirit. She seems like a really nice person. She was the same last season when they showed her. It is what it is. But Stormy let her know how Betty wasn't there for her, tells her that Betty said that's what she get for being on reality TV. I am going to say this. That's a weird thing to say coming from Betty because, child, she keep popping up on reality TV, don't she? Now, if she had a big problem when it comes to reality TV, I would think she wouldn't even want to be on reality TV. But we've seen Betty in scenes with her family. And when folks are calling Betty evil, Betty needs to take that up with her sister Lisa. Remember, she said the same thing. Lisa wants no parts of her own sister. But yeah, Betty is all up and through love in Mary Huntsville. So why does she care that Stormy or would tell Stormy something like that when she owned it as well? Who is that? Teresa, you love Stormy's mom or do you mean Courtney's mom? And if you love Stormy's mom, that's fine. That's fine with me. I think that's a typo, child. Let me know. But yes, again, I really, really I even liked Courtney's mom last season when she was on, just the way that she was talking to her son. So she seems like a sweet lady. And I'm just glad that Stormy can get, it seems like what she's searching for that she didn't get from her own mama. So kudos to Courtney's mama. Like I said, she reminds me of Miss Van. Now, when it comes to Stormy feeling that folks antagonized her, I just wonder if she feels like her mom has antagonized me. Okay, Teresa, I was about to say, baby. Teresa said a serious typo. I was about to say, ooh, child. Even though you guys know I respect your opinion, but again, this is all about Stormy being antagonized. And yeah, Mel has been antagonized as well, Stormy, when it comes to your mama. We showed the proof yesterday. It dates back 4 years. 4 years. That's that on that. Let me go ahead and put this collage back on the screen. The next scene was Tisha, Destiny, and Trisha. They met up to make candles. They spoke about Stormy's event, and Destiny said it was some other couples there, Moses and Sonny, that shouldn't have been there, and she just don't know why they were there. Well, they there is the reason why you back there on Love and Marriage Huntsville. So you shouldn't be worrying why they are there, because I think they are the reason why you back, including your storyline with Mel and Mel and Mel. Justin Monroe, thank you, Justin, so much for joining the Cutie crew. I appreciate you. Shout out to the new Cutie crew members. But Destiny tells them that Sonny asked her if she would like to go and talk, and she said that she told Sonny no. Um, yes, Indigo Girl. I did a whole video about it yesterday. That wasn't no, maybe it was an accident. Indigo Girl, let me see if I can find your comment. And I'm gonna stop looking at this phone and I'll get through this recap, and then I'll get into the comments. Hold on. But Indigo Girl said that Betty accidentally put on record that she attacks Mel. And you know what? I'm sure that she may have thought about the words after it was aired. But you know, when you do things naturally, such as attack, that's why it was so easy for it to slip out her mouth, because she know that's her truth, and she know that she has been attacking Mel. So good comment, Indigo Girl. All right, guys, I'm not looking at the comments anymore, so I can get through this. Hey, PDS. Hey, Veronica Monroe. Hello. See, when I start looking at the comments, I'm just all over the place. Taxpayers owed said there's no accident, only deliberately. Yeah, it's normal to her. She felt like saying she attacks Mel is normal, and it's not. We'll get to that though. But she said that Destiny, initially she said no, but anyway, her and Sonny went to a back room so they wouldn't make a scene at Stormy's event, and they had a talk. She said that she just didn't understand why. Gone on about your married life and leave her alone. She also said that she let Sonny know that Moses was sleeping with half of St. Louis. Okay. She said that people reached out and told her, but look, it is my thoughts that Moses been sleeping with everybody, even while he was with Destiny. She then said, now this is where I'm gonna have to give my thoughts on Destiny. Because look, Destiny, it should have been two situations. You should have met with Moses, you did. Check. That's done. You should have met with Sonny. You did. Check. That's done. Conversation needs to be over because they are married. But anyway, she said that Moses kept staring at her from across the room. And when she said that, she lit up. I meant to, and I probably got it, but I didn't send it to myself. Meant to send a picture of Destiny, the way she was smiling and all of that. She also said that one of her boobs popped out. And then Tisha said, yeah, well, that's why he was staring. Destiny said, no, he was staring because he know what it is. And she said, that's why Sonny is insecure, because she sees Destiny as a threat. She said that is why Sonny put her ring all up in her face. And Destiny said that ring don't mean a thing to her. And it should, Destiny. It should. Okay. The man is now married, so it's not a good look. And you guys know that I was down for how Destiny felt initially, but no, that don't continue. Man is married. And I think that's why Sunny gonna be busting her ass out real soon. But Destiny said she got up from the table, and that's why Sunny got a seat. It's too much going on when it comes to Moses and these women out here making themselves, in my opinion, look like a fool. Because Sonny said last week Destiny dropped the ball. She picked it up and scored. And now Destiny is saying she got up from the table. And that's how Sonny got a seat. Meanwhile, Moses is still doing Moses, in my opinion. But she told Tisha and Trish that she could still get Moses now. She said there is not a question in her mind. She can absolutely get Moses now. And that's venturing on over to Pumpkinhead status. Again, that man is married now. And it's not a flex. It's not a flex to me. It's not. It's disrespectful. What else? Like I said, I was feeling Destiny, when she wanted to come on and give her thoughts on Moses and Sonny getting together. But no, ma'am, that just does not go on and on. And if I was Destiny, I would really feel like a fool because we know Destiny wouldn't be back if it wasn't for three people: Mel, Moses, and Sonny. She wouldn't even be back on this show. And I wouldn't continue to make myself look like a damn fool with any of those people. I was talking to my sis, and even when it comes to Destiny giving interviews, Destiny, if she got a publicist other than Peggy Child, Destiny needs to let it be known up front. I will not answer any questions about Mel. But she don't. Because what else Destiny got to talk about? Anyway, let me move on. We doing real good on time. The next scene was Stormy being released from a jail. Again, didn't seem like she was there. Seemed like her and Courtney, I just got finished having lunch somewhere, child, if you ask me. But she said that it wasn't as bad as she thought it would be. She said that she was only in the back for 15 minutes, but she did say she was having anxiety attacks and panic attacks and calling for the guards. Girl, in 15 minutes. Come on now. Child, take this to Zeus Network or somewhere. It's not giving what it's supposed to give. There's no way in the world in 15 minutes all of that happened to Stormy. They let her keep her phone and all of that. Come on. The acting is too much for me. But while they were in the car, she did tell Courtney that her mom still hadn't called her to check on her or anything. She said that it's really been a repeat. Every important moment in Stormy's life, Betty has not been there. What does that tell you guys about Betty? Something ain't right. Something ain't right. Why aren't you there for all of the important events in your daughter's life? I don't know if Betty resents Stormy's life, even though that's her daughter. That does happen. Something is not right. Every important event, we later found out that she was late to Stormy's wedding and everything else. And look, I doubt if they ever tell us on Love and Marriage Huntsville, but I can guarantee you there has been some issues when it comes to Betty and how, even if not now, how she initially felt about Courtney. I bet you, and they not gonna say it on the show. I bet you she didn't care for Courtney. Yes, Aurelie. Look, I said that Friday. I said that yesterday. Stormy, in my opinion, is absolutely it is a motherless daughter situation. And I said you can physically be there, your body. Yes, I'm your mama. But if you're not mothering, you are making your daughter a motherless daughter. Facts, facts, facts. You missing all every, these are Stormy words, every important event, something is not right with that. Courtney said, well, you could still reach out to her and let her know this is how you made me feel and all of that. Stormy did say that it hurt, and she said that her mom don't give a damn. Even when Courtney said that to her, she said she don't give a damn, and she don't. So again, thank goodness for Courtney and his mother. I'm sure that Stormy gets a lot of support from them that she don't get from her mom. Yes, Prince of Peace. Misery. Misery. Betty, I agree with you, Prince of Peace, is miserable, and misery loves company. Misery loves company. Yes, Patricia. Patricia T says she believes that Courtney's mother shows Stormy more compassion. And just from what we've seen on the show, that's the conclusion I've come to as well. And you can tell it's genuine. You can tell it is sincere. Even when she was telling Stormy, you're my daughter and all of that. I saw more love from Courtney's mama than I've ever seen with Betty. Seriously. That's that on that though. Later we will see Stormy with her mama child. The next scene was Trish and her sister. And I'm just going to tell you guys, for me, this was another weird exchange. It was another weird exchange for me. Because how your sister don't know what's going on in your life. But anyway, Trish and her sister met. Her sister came over. Trish said that, she did promise Ken that she would go ahead and start the divorce process. And well, that's what Trish said in her confessional. She had a talk with her kids. Her kids are all for it. They like Ken. So when her sister came over, this again is where it got a little bit weird for me. She said that maybe no, what I wrote down was maybe it's just me, but most sisters talk often. And they definitely know what's going on in each other's lives. So Trish's sister was shocked to hear that Trish and Ken are living together. That's been a year. I thought a couple weeks ago they said 2 years, but last night she said Saturday she said a year. And then she was also shocked to hear that Trish had been separated for 4 years. She actually let out a scream like 4 years. That's odd to me, guys. Now, maybe it's just me. My relationship with my sister is totally different. My sister knew the day I made the decision to go ahead on about your business, but she also knew details leading up to that. Sister and brother. It was not a shock. So I was just surprised. Again, it could be Zeus-ish, Zeus network acting-ish. But the conclusion that I came to from watching them together is Trisha's sister just wants to make sure that she is making the right decision. She kept saying, "Are you sure you're not going to get back with him?" And this, and are you, it was just weird. It was just weird. 4 years is a long time for Trish to be separated at the time of that filming, and nobody knew, especially your sister. They seem close in age. I just don't get it. So it just, ventures into, and I think Trish is a sweet girl, don't get me wrong, but it's a lot of awkwardness when it comes to Trish. And that scene was awkward for me. It wasn't believable for me, you know? April, you say they keep changing the number of years of separation. They have 3, 4, and 5 years. Which one is it? I agree. Just like the changing of her being related to Neil Fletcher, then Chris Fletcher, to her knowing Martell through his brother. Then Martell says something. It's just a whole lot where all of this is thrown in to piece together a storyline. For me, my opinion only. LaDawn, yes, you said that Saturday, Let Loose Lounge, you said something about Trish is sneaky. Something about Trish is sneaky. I'm gonna try to start some comments. I'm not looking at them. I'm just glancing down at my phone. But the only way I can start is on the screen. I'll start a couple, and I'll go ahead and get back into this commentary. Let's see. April. I'm okay. All right. I started a couple. Let me go ahead. What was the next scene? Oh, child, the next scene. Let me remove this so you guys can see it in the bottom left, my bottom left corner. The guys meeting up at the bowling alley. Chris Fletcher, Courtney, Martell, and Ken. And they started off speaking about the lovers and friends as well. Martell said that he got a dad bod and that's why he didn't model. Chris Fletcher called Ken a Megatron, and he is. That's a big boy. That's a big boy. But they get into the discussion of what we know they all wanted to discuss, especially Ken and Martell. They still talking about, I don't see why it's a big deal, but Ken said Trish was mad at Martell because he acted like he didn't know her. Martell said he didn't. And he also said in this scene he didn't meet Trish through his brother. So I'm confused. These producers, I don't know if a couple of them are new. They not all collaborating and finding out what's going on, because it is stuff being said in earlier scenes that's not being repeated in later scenes. It's not cohesive, which to me means a lot of this is made up. But Martell said he never met Trish through his brother. Trish earlier said that she went to school with Martell's brother, and that's how she met Martell. So it's just not matching. But Martell said he met her out. He met her out somewhere. Ken tells Martell that Trish felt played. Ken, you need to ask yourself why Trish feels played. Why? You should be her only concern. Whether Martell knew her or not, remembered her or not, or whatever the case may be, it really shouldn't be that big of a deal. And for those of us that are bright, we know that they just trying to make this a thing. Because I don't get what's the big deal? If somebody didn't remember me then, and we sit and chat for a minute, and okay, I remember you now. That's it. That's all. But Martell, the lady man, child, the ladies man, you know that Carlos is gonna make him appealing somehow. But Martell ended up saying, look, hell no, I don't remember her. I ain't sleep with her either. That's gross. The only women that Martell remembers are women that he slept with that moose knuckle child. Cookie from the Shy. You guys know I'm gonna stop for these super chats, baby. Hit the like button. 536 of you joining me. Cookie from the Shy said, Trish, in my opinion, is the type of woman that you don't want to leave around your man. Really, Cookie? Look, I'll tell you this. As far as emotions, as far as clear talking, as far as all of that, I haven't seen Trish react that way about Ken, but I've seen her react that way about Martell. You may be on to something, Cookie. Thank you, Cookie, for the super chat. I appreciate you.
Plenty dollars. Plenty dollars. Can we get...
All right. Thank you again, Cookie from the Shy. Let me get this off the screen so you guys can see the fellas down here in this corner. But yeah, he said, no, I don't remember her. I ain't sleep with her. I don't know her. Anyway, they get to asking Ken about he and Trish's relationship. Chris Fletcher asked if they are engaged, and Ken said not yet. He went into how, she haven't filed that divorce yet. So technically, she's still married. Martell wanting somebody to join the ranks of him when it comes to his actions. He says, so that means you're sad. Are you a sad dude? Ken chuckled, laughed it off. He said he the best sad dude there is, or whatever. But he did also say that he is not going to stick around. So Trish is gonna have to do something, file them papers, or he gonna be the best gigolo or something. He said out there. Then Mr. Martell gets into talking about how he wants to get married again. Chris Fletcher said to who? Your baby's mama? And Martell said, stop asking him dumb shiznit. Meaning, hell no, he not marrying coleslaw at all. And I just wonder how the chick feel. It's been 10 years, never been officially claimed, got a baby by this guy, and he's still letting you know that you are not even in his thought process as far as him wanting to get married again. That is crazy. That is crazy. Um, he then went on to talk about he hopes that whomever he meets that he considers a prospect of a wife, he hoped that they will accept the fact that he got 5 kids and he got them 7 days on and 7 days off. They would have to be a hell of a woman to deal with that. That's just my opinion. And to deal with Martell's history, period. Arrest record, conviction, or what he did, and child. But look, there's somebody out here for everybody, and I've always been one to say there's a lot of desperate women out here. So I do think that Martell will end up finding a new victim, child. Yeah, he ain't gonna have no problem. Relly, you said she's slow and will keep allowing that treatment. I agree. It is so embarrassing year after year after year. This man proves to the world she's never been the one. So thank God she's quiet now. I don't know if she's still with him or not. I would say so. But yeah, that's embarrassing. And she has allowed it. And the reason why Relly is because he has convinced her that everything that he says and does is for a storyline. It's for the show. It's for a show. It's for the show. And it's not. That man ain't gonna marry that chick. She done gave up everything while he was married. And when you let them know that's how you get down, they'll never consider you wife material. I'm just sorry. But what else? He told them again, stop asking him that dumb shit. And no, she is not the one. Okay. Last scene, and I'll go, ooh, child, if I could look at it this long, I'll put the thumbnail that I made yesterday initially for this video, and it is Betty and Stormy and their little meetup. Betty was at Stormy's house, and she said that if Stormy had listened to them, she wouldn't be going through this. Stormy said that she gets anxiety from talking to her own mother. That's sad. That means that you have been extremely hard and judgmental and all of that with your own daughter. An adult daughter getting anxiety when she's talking to her mom. She's not a child. I find that weird. But they spoke about Stormy having another kid via surrogate and all of that. Stormy did let Betty know that she hurt her feelings because she didn't come up. Betty again said that's what she get for being on reality TV. She also said it's just the way that Stormy takes things like, yeah, this normal. And it's not. Betty said that Stormy needs tough love. Again, we're talking about an adult talking to an adult. I get it that that's your daughter, but when does the tough love stage end, Betty? I just don't understand that. I'll speak in my case with my mom, when I crossed over to adulthood, sure, there was still respect there. We didn't have conversations like Stormy and Betty because Stormy said it's normal. And if it's normal for any of you guys, it is what it is. But I didn't cuss and, we ain't sit there and, bitch, let me tell you this and that. No, but we did have more of a grown woman relationship. It's always mother and daughter, but there's a different level of love and respect once you get grown. And no, not for Betty. So even with her saying sometimes you gotta let them fall and bump their head or drag their butt, as the daddy used to tell her. A lot of times I think that how you were raised can be transferred over into how you are raising. But when you have a child, an adult child, that's telling you, look, you make me suffer anxiety, you make me feel some type of way, something should click where you can change. And I just don't see that happening with Betty. Like I said, Courtney's mama has shown Stormy more love than I've seen with Betty. But they get into trying to blame child. And Betty said that there are certain people that you shouldn't be fooling with. And it's not certain people, Betty. It's one. It's one person. We know who you're talking about. That one person is Mel. And Stormy even asked her, who you talking about? Mel. She said that, excuse me, people want to elevate a certain person, and people are called to activate. And look, people, I'll speak for myself, are out here operating in their own minds. You know what I mean? I've never seen where I can't speak about anybody else, but behind the scenes for me, it's never been huddled up and look, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this on Thursday at 2:00. Then we're gonna come out and say this at 3:00. Then it's never been that. And for those that missed the clip, I'm gonna play it again of what Betty had the nerve to say. And that is when I attack. So let's listen real quickly.
When I go on and I attack this person,
right? You keep saying this person. Who is the person?
I call her name, Mel.
Up there, because that is out of Betty's own mouth when she goes on to attack. This whole scene for me, and that's what I mean when I say Stormy got the nerve to talk about people antagonizing her, but nothing to say about her mom admitting to attacking. What else is there to talk about? Not much. Not much at all. But anyway, Betty went on to say that Mel don't care what happened to anyone. And yeah, Betty, we can say the same thing about your daughter. Because again, we have not heard her tell you, Mama, leave that lady alone. You really don't have no reason not to dislike her. And even though you feel the way that you feel, I'm grown. Let me make my own decisions. So, you talking about Mel don't care. Obviously, Stormy don't either. What else do I have down here? She did let Betty know that she don't show up for her. This is when they talked about Betty being late for Stormy's wedding. Betty said I wasn't late. Stormy said, yes, you were. Betty said we was doing makeup. Stormy said, no, you were doing makeup, trying to sabotage her own damn daughter's wedding day. Meaning this ball will not get rolling until I step out. That's crazy to me. That's crazy. But Stormy said that, I guess she just want Betty to treat her like a priority. She even wanted Betty to tell her that she was sorry. It took Betty some time, but finally, she got around to telling Stormy, I'm sorry. So This is nothing new. I can guarantee you. Naturally, I don't know these people personally, but I can guarantee you that Stormy has been going through this probably a whole life. You know what I mean? Betty seems to be controlling. I think Stormy said at one point she tried to control what Stormy was going to major in high school and all of that. And look, Stormy said back in the day, she tried to or wanted to or thought about unaliving herself. That's deep. And you would think if her mother, if that was the first time she heard it, which I don't believe that that's the case, but even Stormy saying that publicly, is up to Betty to change her ways. And I just don't think that she will. I think that she's set in her ways. She gonna do what she wanna do. She don't care who cry. She don't care who she hurt. None of the above. None of the above. So for everybody else that's trying to act like, first of all, we all know there's no question in my mind that this cast got together before the show and they sat down and spoke that talked about this will be about the millimeters. Now, what you guys need to take a look at is Martell hasn't said anything about the millimeters. I don't think he will, because he know everybody else got it. They all know the assignment, and that's what they've been out here doing. And unless somebody got it tattooed on their forehead, how do you know who's who? How do you know? Unless there's a big millimeter tattoo on somebody's forehead, or unless again, even when it comes to BT going to the parking lot of Stormy's warehouse, what Carlos and the producers and everybody else don't know is she also went to Mel, and I spoke about this, Mel and Martell's court case. You know, Mel didn't ask her to come. Mel didn't say, oh my goodness, that's a millimeter. Let me say hello. No, Mel walked right past. So this agenda is clear to me, and it's not going to stop. They still filming. I don't know if they're going to change the course of things now that all of this is out, but everybody needs to piece this together. It is right in front of our eyes, and there's no way in the world that all of a sudden this will be the topic of everybody's discussion. Destiny talked about it. Tisha talked about it. Kimmy talked about it. Marceau talked about it. Stormy talked about it. Mama, everybody. So we'll see how it plays out. I gave that episode, we spoke about this in a Let Loose Lounge. Did I even rate it? If I did, it was like a 3. It was like a 3. But what direction will this show go in? Will again Carlos continue to let the cast ride somebody that put him back on the map like this? Why is it allowed anyway? You're talking about a fan base, and you guys know, if all of the cast members are talking about a fan base and the fan base is for male, then you know naturally she's going to feel some type of way. You should know that there will be further discussions and probably disagreements and all of that when it comes to them filming this show. And it's a setup to me. It's a setup to me. Let's get on an even playing field. Where are their fans? And look, anybody, this is my suggestion. The Stormy fan base have a name? I haven't heard of it. The only thing I know is T Squad. So that means is Marceau's brother, is he a part of the T Squad? Naturally, Tisha's mama is a part of the T Squad. But get your numbers up, get your fan base up. And then, I think things will be different, but it's totally, totally unfair for them to blame a male for a fan base when they got mamas out here activated. Betty been activated, child. for 4-5 years. Activated. Wanda, the Stormy Haters. That's the name of that's the name of Stormy's group, the Stormy Haters. Lord have mercy. Yeah, but they've been activated. Traylene, thank you, Traylene, for the super sticker. Let me go through and see what started. Make sure I don't miss anybody else. But I got a couple minutes, about 10 minutes. I'll read some comments. The real Nikki, you said they can try to ice mail out all they want. Always team mail. Yeah. Her fan base is solidified, child. Her mellometers and everybody else. Melody supporter, because a lot of you guys say call me a supporter. A lot of people, and people got a right to want to be called what they called. It should be the Storm Chasers. Tara, the Storm Chasers. Yeah. But the real Nikki, thank you so much for being a Cutie Crew member for 7 months. Traylene, thank you for the super sticker. Give me 1 second. Let me properly thank Traylene. I do this.
One last thing for you. Tell them to bring me my money.
All right, thank you again. Okay, let me read some comments. If you guys haven't hit the like button, please go ahead and hit the like button. It is 656 of you that are joining me. I'm going to scroll up. We got about 7 minutes now. But if it's something that you want me to see, put a color on it, child. A lot of people don't have the power to see real demons and know there are actual practicing witches. Oh my God. Here's 2 of those motherless kind of people that are creating generations of something. It cut off. Yes, a mess. Yes. LC, that's another thing. That is her only child. How does most times a only kid feels like they got too much support, too much attention, too much this and that. Not in this case. Not in this case. That's odd, isn't it? Let's see. I'm gonna scroll up. Okay, TMC, I said that already. These storylines around Stormy and Destiny are designed to garner sympathy for them, but they are not likable on their own. Well, look, if Destiny said that she can be neutral when it comes to Martell's charges and let people be neutral and don't make people choose, then yeah, I'm neutral on that. So no sympathy for me. I'm sorry. Even when it comes to, and I don't know if I want to blame Carlos because I can, because if Carlos would have made a decision, then the cast wouldn't have to. But even when it comes to Stormy sitting down with Mel and letting her know, well, I just want to let you know I did invite Martell. All of that was after this man was arrested. So, there's no sympathy for Mel. So I don't see how they want people to have sympathy for anything that they're going through. And again, this is a decision that I feel like Carlos should have made, because had he done what Bravo has done when it comes to Kenya Moore, then guess what? There would be a choice needs to be made for Nell's birthday party. A choice needs to be made for Stormy's event and anything else that's to come. The choice would have been made, and I do think that Mel would be able to let her guard down a whole lot when it comes to filming with these folks, because guess what? The problem, which is Martell, has been removed. And look, we can probably see her possibly meeting up with the group with somebody that she could be interested in dating, or if they all could just stop tripping. I'm just thinking in my head, in a real normal world. We know it's too much bad blood between them, but let's say they got a friend. I want to introduce you to somebody. All of that. The show could be totally different. But Carlos' allegiance is to Martell. It is. I wish I would have cussed at my mama. I would be 6 feet. Absolutely. Yes, ma'am. And even if, as a grown person now, even if you let a cuss word slip, immediately all of us, and I'm the baby. So that means my sisters and brothers are older. Oh, excuse me, mama. I didn't mean that. Excuse me. Or excuse me, daddy. I didn't mean to say that. This is grown. Okay. So yeah, that's what you're raised with. We do know that Stormy said that that's how they get down. And we've seen some of the effects of that. Betty's sister Lisa wants no parts. Zero. And that means a lot. That says a lot. Excuse me. Excuse me. Prince of Peace. And how are they going to film the reunion? I hope Melody doesn't show up to prove a point that without her, nothing will prevail. Good point, but Mel, you just show up with your people. That's it. That's all. You know what I mean? Because we already got a couple that like to want to fight. That's Destiny and Stormy. And Tisha, don't get me wrong. And yeah, all of that, just those three people comes from that Galentine's Day event from years ago. So yeah, show up with your people, but I'm showing up and showing out. I get it, Prince of Peace, but damn, this is her show. This is her show. And it's a shame that Carlos has created this environment, though, Prince of Peace, because yeah. So do I think that she'll be okay? Absolutely. I wouldn't give a damn if she need her bodyguards and her crew sitting right there. Get froggy if you want to. But other than that, I just feel strongly on this is her shit. That's how I feel. Traylene said, please tell me why Dusty Dan went on national television with Walmart pants on, $9.99. Don't get me wrong. I wear mine behind my salon chair. Broken. What pants? Traylene? What pants? Child. Look at me. I'm really sitting here. You mean when she met up with Tisha them? Let me know. But thank you, Traylene. Thank you again for the super chat. Let me go ahead and play my little ignorant guy.
Thank you, boo boo. Thank you, and I got my money, boo boo.
Okay, little sis. That's why I was like, what pants? Okay, so you said the candle scene too, because yeah, that's the only time we saw Destiny, right? This past episode. Did Kimmy and Maurice go to the Galentine's Stormy? Yo, Moxie, I'm not sure. I don't remember seeing them. And yes, Prince of Peace. Martell shouldn't be able to attend. So, it's terrible that we got to think in advance and somewhat worry. Will Mel be okay at the reunion or while she's filming and all of that? Betty came out and said, when I attack her. So even if they want to say anything about Mel's response to Betty, to Wanda, to Destiny, she had every right. They tried to act like she was having a nervous breakdown, child, and she's losing it. Why? When everybody else can get out here and talk about what they want to talk about and who they want to talk about. But, we know that this is really not her character. That's why it's so weird for them. Because they know that that's not how she operates. I would ask any of them, please, just prove this to me. I'm open to you commenting it in my comment section, DMing me. Can you let me know who Mel has picked with and started anything with? I don't want to hear about how she came out. Don't tell me the after effect. Tell me what she did initially. What did she do to Betty? What did she do to anybody? Please, somebody DM me. But this is my time. This was an excellent power hour. Shout out to 701 of you, Cutie crew. I will be putting together all of the DMs that people sent me about your totals, your step totals for the month of June. Our prize is up to child. Initially, I started June off with $50. What are we up to? 100 or 150? I have to go back and see. The winner for June for the most steps of the month You have to prove monthly totals. I will not calculate your day by day, none of the above. And I will award a winner in members only. I'll make a post publicly, but when we meet, I will send the prize to whomever had the highest steps. Let's continue to get active and supporting each other to get moving. The real Nikki said they just gonna have to tell their truth and remove Martell. Hold on to them. It is what it is. They need to bite that bullet to stay on the show. Whose house? Mel's house. Absolutely. Yeah. Well, go ahead and have that MeloCon the weekend of the reunion, child. Right there in Cali. Oh, I think that'd be a good idea. But I'm out of here, guys. Thank you again. Shout out to the content creators in the building. Aunt Debbie, I will see you on your live later. Shout out to my little sis, Trending. Shout out to Relly. Shout out to Pink Table Topics, also known as Pink Diva. I think G Squad was somewhere up and through here. Prince of Peace. Shout out again to all of the content creators. Shout out to the Cutie crew. Shout out to each. Ooh, child, I had Betty up here all this time. Shout out to each and every one of you for joining me. And we may have a late night live. Either it'll be Cutie crew or maybe it'll be on the main page. We got the BET Awards. Rick Ralston got Jump Child over there in Canada. It's a whole lot that's going on when it comes to hot topics. That Usher tribute was garbage. So maybe I'll come late tonight. It'll be about 7 my time, which will be 9 Central, 10 Eastern. So I may go ahead and get that schedule. But thank you guys again for joining me. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your Monday. Shout out to you if you sent me a super chat, super sticker, Cash App, any of the above. Shout out to the new members. Can't wait to chat with you guys and members only. And I'm out of here, guys. I'll chat with you soon. Bye.
Chit chat with QT. 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 Chit chat with QT.